Okay, $100 a ball.
You got yourself a game.
Jeffrey?
Break out, Lucille.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Fresh Prince of Bel-Air episodes.
Breath mints. Breath mints. Breath mints. Breath mints. Breath mints.
It's not unusual to be loved.
For this list, we're looking at the episodes that brought the complete experience for any fan of this classic sitcom. We're excluding episodes only notable for certain scenes in favor of those that were packed with comedic and emotional depth. Since this covers the stories of the episodes extensively, here is your one and only spoiler alert. Which episodes did you think were unforgettable? Let us know in the comments. Number 10, The Fresh Prince Project. The first episode kicked things off by establishing the status quo for the rest of the series. Will's arrival in Bel-Air shakes things up for the family, causing Carlton to see him as his rival and Uncle Phil to try and discipline him.
Ah, Malcolm X.
Yeah, he's sort of my hero.
Well, he was a great man. I don't know if I'd call him my hero exactly.
Oh, really? Who are your heroes?
Well, my dad. And Brian Gumble, he's darn good.
The clash in personalities is played up to hilarious effect, as the fast-talking Will is too street-smart for his upper-class family to match.
Oh my God.
The episode is also significant in hindsight since it reflects the character development the family undergoes in later years. Of course, the banter between Uncle Phil and Will remains evergreen, and it's always fun to see where it all began.
Let me tell you something, son. I grew up on the streets just like you. I encountered bigotry you could not imagine. Now, you have a nice poster of Malcolm X on your wall. I heard the brother speak.
The episode makes sure to refer to Will's sensitive side as well, setting him up as the lead. Number 9, I Done Part 2. The last episode deserves praise for bringing a sense of closure to the story while keeping things focused on the characters' endings. This episode sees Will's attempts to find a place to stay when the Banks' departure is right around the corner. The most significant of Will's relationships, with Uncle Phil and Carlton, are given their special moments.
Look at you. You're moving out on your own. You're going to finish college in a year. You're becoming a man. Man, I'm damn proud of.
The episode makes callbacks to the funniest recurring gags as a way of reminding viewers of all the best times.
It's not unusual to have fun with anyone.
It spares a significant part of its runtime to the emotional aspect, as Will matures into being his own man and shares a heartfelt farewell with his family.
I love you, Will.
Love you too.
Number 8, The Ethnic Tip. After convincing the school to teach classes about Black history, Will thinks he'll skate by the subject when Aunt Vivian takes up the role of teacher.
We just want to make sure that the person we get is properly qualified.
For example, a college professor with a PhD who's taught Black history and literature at the university level?
Where are we going to find someone like that?
You're looking at her.
However, the bold Vivian has no interest in playing favorites, instead making Will and Carlton pay for their lazy attitudes. Every other student is charmed by her teaching methods, while her own son and nephew dread these classes.
I can't believe Mom picked us to do that special assignment.
Word. Man, Coach Smiley never would have did that. He used to say, extra work for you means extra work for me.
The episode is a great reminder of how cool and commanding Aunt Vivian's character was in the early seasons, not to mention the many comedic moments through Will's failed attempts of gaining Aunt Viv's favor.
If memory serves, this Black history class was your idea.
Yeah, but I didn't know Aunt Viv was going to teach it. She's driving us crazy. Last night I had a dream that I went to the prom with Harriet Tubman.
Although he does end up learning his lesson, Will's path to this realization is riddled with plenty of hilarious misfires.
Will, baby, you can read that book. You can wear the t-shirts, you can put up the posters, and you can shout the slogans. But unless you know all the history behind it, you're trivializing the entire struggle.
Number 7, Guess Who's Coming to Marry? The series is known for addressing real-world issues, and this premise was very progressive for its time. In this episode, the family is in for a surprise when Aunt Vivian's sister Janice arrives for her wedding at the Banks residence. Caught off guard by her fiancé's tall appearance, the reaction of the characters is played off to hilarious lengths.
My cousin used to date a girl who was tall.
Heck, the boys go to a predominantly tall school.
Am I alone in this, or didn't none of y'all notice he was white?
The opposition from Will's mother Vi causes some dissension, although she eventually warms up to her sister's wedding as well.
Go on with the ceremony. We are paying you by the hour.
At the heart of it, this story is a positive message about love and how it needs to be accepted in all shapes and forms. Besides, who can pass up the opportunity to enjoy Carlton's very creative wedding medley?
Ebony and ivory.
Number 6. Banks Shot. It took some time for Will to understand that Uncle Phil was more than just the scary authority figure he initially saw him as.
While I'm gone, I want you to do everything your Uncle Philip says.
Yo, Aunt Viv, wait, Aunt Viv, don't leave me here. Aunt Viv, don't leave me here with him. Aunt Viv, he's gonna eat me.
With Aunt Vivian away and Hillary in charge, Will gives in to his troublemaking tendencies and winds up gambling at a pool hall. Not only does he lose his money, but the car as well.
Wait, the car ain't even mine, man.
You are so right, my brother. It's mine.
With no way out of this conundrum, it's up to Uncle Phil to rescue his nephew. Seemingly out of his element, he starts off with embarrassing defeat, before revealing it all to be a hustle of his own.
Okay, $100 a ball.
You got yourself a game.
Jeffrey? Break out, Lucille.
Unleashing his true skills, the episode is a reminder that Uncle Phil is a true badass not to be trifled with. Number 5. Viva Lost Wages. After watching Will and Carlton under the thumb of Uncle Phil for years, this episode shows what happens when the two are left unchecked. In order to celebrate Carlton's 21st birthday and their newfound independence, the two cousins head off to Las Vegas.
Bells ringing, money flowing. We are certainly not in Kansas anymore. Oh, Auntie Em, Dorothy got a miniskirt on.
Things get out of control soon enough when Carlton's gambling side runs wild, as he loses all of their money due to his addiction.
Hey, so how much are you up?
We're not up, we're down.
What you mean we?
Well, after I maxed out all my credit cards.
Carl, you maxed out all your credit cards?
Well, I had to. I couldn't get full value for the airline tickets.
Since the cousins had become so close by this point, they're able to dance their way out of this problem. Literally. The episode highlights that no matter how bad things get, these two can turn any situation into an absolute win. It also brought their now iconic dance to the screen in all its glory. Number 4. Bullets over Bel-Air. Taking a serious turn on this occasion, the series featured an episode that portrayed the dangers of the real world. When Will and Carlton head to the ATM late at night, the duo was ambushed by a robber.
Let's have the money. Come on.
All right, hey, it's cool, dude. Carlton, give him the money.
Trying to save Carlton, Will gets shot and sent to the hospital. Gripped by fear, Carlton lets go of his positive nature and becomes terrified to be alone.
We can talk about this rationally.
You're always in control, aren't you? Always know what to do, always know what to say. But you know what gets me? The police aren't even gonna find this guy, and even if they do, so what? He'll be out in the streets in 6 months.
It's not going to happen.
Come on, Dad, it's happened to people you've put away.
It comes down to the bedridden Will to talk some sense into his cousin, especially when Carlton shows up with a gun.
Now give me the gun, Carlton. Give me the gun. I saved your life. I want the gun.
A guaranteed tearjerker, the story adds a layer of realism to the series and proves it can make fans cry as much as it can make them laugh. Number 3. Blood is thicker than mud. Will and Carlton's college years featured one hijinks after another. On this occasion, they decide to try out for a fraternity to open up doors for their future.
See you at the frat tonight.
But I will have a double scoop of that, though. We also do a lot of work for the community, brother. Like visit down at the senior center, and we also tutor kids down at the juvenile hall.
However, Top Dog, the fraternity leader, tries his best to leave Carlton out, judging him based on his privileged upbringing. This leads to a series of over-the-top hazing for the cousins as they try to prove their initiation into the fraternity.
Hey, Carlton. Do you realize that they're working you harder than everybody else?
Oh, nonsense. Everyone had to help retar the parking lot.
Yeah, but the rest of us got to wear shoes.
The most significant aspect of this episode arrives when Carlton stands up for himself after he's denied entry despite completing all his tasks.
Being black isn't what I'm trying to be, it's what I am. I'm running the same race and jumping the same hurdles you are, so why are you tripping me up? You said we need to stick together, but you don't even know what that means. If you ask me, you're the real sellout.
The story goes a long way in establishing his character development, as the once insecure Carlton isn't afraid to be who he wants to be anymore. Number 2, did the earth move for you? Always quick to fall for a girl that shows interest in him, Will gets an eye-opening lesson about love in this episode. The characters are left trapped after an earthquake hits the city, forcing them to be in each other's company to everyone's annoyance. While Uncle Phil and Aunt Vivian make the best of it, the others aren't nearly as glad.
I'm not listening to that.
Well, I'm not listening to that.
Cut it out, you guys. You cut it out.
Will and his girlfriend Kathleen's plans are ruined when they find big flaws in the other. Will, in particular, takes this hard, throwing all his charms away.
If you mention those breath mints one more time, I'm gonna scream.
Breath mints. Breath mints. Breath mints? Breath mints? Breath mints!
It's hard not to be amused, though, as the two come up with the most creative insults imaginable.
And I never really thought your ears were cute. I just thought they were big.
Yeah, well, a lot of women seem to find them extremely attractive.
Oh, yeah, like who? Dumbo's mother?
Out of all the show's episodes, we get to see the characters at their sassiest attitudes here. Before we unveil our top pick, here are some honorable mentions. Be My Baby Tonight, because having the talk got way out of proportion.
Yeah, well, if I blow in your ear, will you... help me with my geography report on Alaska.
Where There's a Will, There's a Way, Part 2, because this episode blends comedy and tragedy perfectly.
Yes, Trevor!
Will you marry me?
Mistaken Identity, because this is one prison story that's both real and absolutely hilarious.
Oh, press so hard they could not stand.
Let my people go.
Asses to Ashes, because we got to see the wacky side of this family.
It's not unusual to have fun with anyone.
That's no lady, that's my cousin, because it's so heartwarming to see Will be the big brother.
There's still some guys that appreciate quality, you know? And you're quality. You don't gotta do all this. Just work on being you. I'm telling you, the right guy will come along, I promise you.
Want more Mojo? Ms. Mojo produces original, high-quality pop culture-related videos on all your favorite movies and shows. Plus, celebrity news, fashion, lifestyle, and more.
Hey guys, it's Phoebe with Ms. Mojo.
My name is Sam.
My name is Eliza.
And I'm Emily.
I'm Rebecca, and welcome to Ms. Mojo.
If you want videos on all the best reality shows, teen dramas, Disney movies, and sitcoms, be sure to check out Ms. Mojo for new videos every day.
Number 1. Papa's got a brand new excuse. Will's abandonment issues are finally addressed when his estranged father Lou returns to his life. His initial apprehension disappears after Lou seems to genuinely want a relationship with him.
Whoa, hold up. Hey, you want to stop by the crib later, you know, have some dinner?
Oh, well, I know you're living with Philip and Vivian, and I don't think I'd be too welcome. You know what I'm saying?
Well, no, they'll be cool. So, look, I get off at 6.
It's here when we see the depth of Uncle Phil's love for Will, as he steps up to be there for his nephew despite Will breaking his heart.
I've been waiting for this for a long time, my whole life, and ain't nobody gonna stop me. Come tomorrow, I'm out of here.
Oh, yeah, I don't think so.
Who cares what you think? You are not my father!
As Uncle Phil predicted, Lou leaves Will again, walking out for good this time. For the first time, Will is shown at his most vulnerable, allowing us to see his inner pain and all his insecurities.
I learned how to drive, I learned how to shave, I learned how to fight without him. I had 14 great birthdays without him. He never even sent me a damn card. The hell with him!
Overall, this episode is incredible for delivering its message with such poignancy.
How come you don't want me, man?
It confirms that even though Uncle Phil wasn't related to Will by blood, he was Will's true father all along.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.